I love it. I love it. We're going to hop in and dominate the community. We're coming for you. 2K TV versus the world. We're going to be on my team this year.
And co-op isn't the only mode in my team to offer position locks. You can now do that in every mode in my team. You can lock your control to a single position and play the entire game. So if you used to that in my career, you can now do that in my team.
I love hearing about all this competitive co-op, but what else is going on in my team this year, John?
Well, Unlimited has gone under an overhaul. This year, it's all about season points. It doesn't matter if you win or lose. Complete the game, you'll earn points, and it'll get you closer to moving up to the next rank.
At this late stage of the season, how hard is it, Greg, for teams not to look ahead to the playoffs and the postseason at this point?
Kevin, just about impossible. I mean, if you're already in position, the trap you can't fall into is easing up down the stretch and backpedaling into the postseason.
Here are the five for the Raptors. Anunoby in at the forward with Barnes next to him. Mr. Fundamentals is out there with Fred VanVleet. And it's Siakam in at the five. Here's Vibez, good for the basket, starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
This guy looks like a veteran in pick-and-roll action already. LaMelo Ball just taking the defenders apart.
Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Good to get him going early. That shot should give him some confidence.
It's all about mindset out of the gate. If you're aggressive and they give you room, go ahead, let it fly.
Passes to Vibez. Rozier looking around. Just 5 on the clock. Tipped away. Mr. Fundamentals passes to VanVleet. Over Rozier. VanVleet can't get it to go. VanVleet against Rozier. And there's the pass to Vibez. So Charlotte calls timeout. Their first. Last time they came together was in Toronto, where they fell to the Raptors.
Yeah, in this game, they'll want to approach things a little differently, I think. Got blown out last time due to being a little too aggressive on the defensive side.
You know, there's a balance between that aggression and overdoing it. You can't reach in. These are things officials are looking to call.
And so it's Charlotte with it. Nice pass in here by Charlotte. Ball no good. And Siakam has got the ball here for the Raptors. They're coming off that win against Philadelphia.
Your proficiency from range, away from home, much easier said than done. They played a terrific ball game.
And I think it was clear that their plan was to attack from the three-point line, and it worked to perfection.
Pass to Washington. Pass to Ball. Shot clock at 5. And it's Rozier missing.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And the Raptors doors with one of the elite front offices recognized in the NBA.
And Kevin, because of that, a highly paid one as well. Remember, a recruitment now, not just with the NBA, but English soccer, to keep their leadership intact. But the track record is there to justify that top billing, no doubt about it.
And you love seeing that great Mobile One drive a second time.
And putting that pressure on the rim. That's what it's all about, threatening with that attack.
You know, Hornets fans, Doris, are excited to see what LaMelo Ball can do for the franchise.
Well, Kevin, there is no doubt this young man is a special talent. You look no farther than his passing ability, the flair, the vision, the fearlessness. Certainly an easy guy to play with. Now the question becomes, can you start to build the talented pieces around him?
Here's Mr. Fundamentals. He had a 24-point outing in their last game against Philadelphia.
And he was also a terrific creator in that game as well. His assist total show you what a fantastic all-around effort it was.
Here's Rozier following the basket by Scotty Barnes. Ball with a wide-open look. Nailed from three-point land.
This guy is always ready to shoot the three. LaMelo so confident from distance.
On the wing, Anunoby.
In the first 2 minutes.
Here's Mr. Fundamentals. And again, Toronto with the triple.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become. Right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Here's McGowan's, and he really did play well against Chicago in that last game. Van Vliet against Rozier. Itadze, and he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Raptors leading by 5. 1:15 left to play in the first quarter. Here's Mr. Fundamentals. Rozier defending. Connects from three-point range. And that's 11 points for Mr. Fundamentals.
Well, the defense daring him to shoot, and he makes them pay for their disrespect.
Rips down the breakaway slam.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
On the offensive end, it feels like they're getting the shots they want, and defensively, they are connected and on a string.
Here's McGowan's. The Raptors getting the bucket. Now, here's Ball. Talking about that win against the Bulls, he was definitely a major factor as well. And he can't stop the run as he misses.
Well, we didn't see the same kind of control we're used to seeing from him. This guy is usually a tremendous finisher.
Fires from deep. And again, Toronto with the triple.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip, and guys are making their shots. That's critical.
Here's McGowan's. A shot missing. And so it's the Toronto Raptors looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. Their defense has been terrific in this game. And we've got more in 2K Sports coming.
Fans, make some noise.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Raptors.
They've looked to fire as much as possible from outside the arc, and so far, they are hitting at a high clip.
And their assist total, also impressive early, creating with the pass and playing for teammates.
So on the floor for Toronto to start this second quarter, they've got Clint Capella. Porter is out there with Precious Achua. Then it's Gary Trent, and it's Mr. Fundamentals in at the point guard position.
And the defense Capella provides is huge. I mean, a legitimate shot-blocking threat who also rebounds the ball at an efficient rate.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Hi, guys. Mr. Fundamentals in their last game against the 76ers was a revelation. He grabbed 24 points and got there the usual way. An impressive barrage of three-pointers. His play was commendable. His team has been playing great basketball, and he's a big reason for it. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks for the report, David. You have to love the energy he brought in that last game.
Yeah, he was the team's driving force, and tonight, maybe more of the same.
Well, I think what he has shown is when they send two in his direction, he is willing to make the pass and trust his teammates to make plays so critical.
Here's Trent. And again, it's Toronto converting.
Yeah, Gary Trent Jr. is a legit three-level scorer. If you concede the mid-range, he's more than willing to take it.
The son of an NBA vet, Gary Trent Jr.'s game is very different than his dad.
Well, obviously, Gary Sr. had more size and therefore was a post player in a different generation. The younger Mr. Trent, an excellent shooter from deep, pretty much the opposite style of play.
So, timeout called here. The first quarter. So it's the Toronto Raptors with a sizable lead as the quarter wraps up.
I can hear you. That's the end of the first half with the score. Here, Hornets, 29.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You look at Mr. Fundamentals in this game, he's been everywhere.
What a menace he was on defense through the first 2 quarters, just disrupting everything.
Well, it was about effort and anticipation. Hard to get into an offensive rhythm when you know this guy is lurking.
The guard pair, Ball and Rozier. Then there's Washington. And it's Vibez in at the 5 spot. So that's the lineup for Charlotte. Here's Mr. Fundamentals. No good on the triple. Hornets trail by 16. Passes it to Rozier. Misses the 3. Wide open. And good as it just snugs right down through the net.
Well, this guy has been efficient and effective all night. That IQ has been on display.
And there's the foul. It's on Mr. Fundamentals. That is his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's McGowan. And he uses the glass on the layup. McGowan's has got 9.
Well, that's not exactly the most solid screen you'll see, but it still works.
That was a second look at our Mobile One Drive. Amazing control on display.
And they might be down big, but you'd love the mentality he has to go at defenders and just keep attacking.
Van Vliet against Ball. 6 to shoot. Mr. Fundamentals. Good, and Van Vliet gets the assist. 22 points for Mr. Fundamentals.
Well, we know that Fred Van Vliet can be relied upon to find the open man. This guy's so consistently good at it.
Now the pass to Rozier. Here's McGowan's. Pass the ball. Lets it go from deep. Kept alive by Charlotte. Count it. Good.
And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
You have got to put a body on somebody. We talk about it ad nauseum, but you've got to be disciplined with the box outs.
Mr. Fundamentals passes to Barnes. Here's Mr. Fundamentals. Rozier defending. Back to Barnes. Stolen by Washington. Here's Rozier. And he banks in the lane.
That's the thing about Rozier, guys. He is fearless. He's willing to take on contact from anybody.
They're chewing Siakam. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
Boy, that's a backbreaker. Takes it right into the rim and extends their lead.
You want to make sure your opponent knows they have absolutely zero chance of a comeback, and nice finish by him.
Here's what Charlotte's going with right now. Mason Plumlee's checked in for Goga Bitadze. Williams comes in for Washington, and Martin subbed in for Terry Rozier. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thanks very much, Kevin. Not that long ago, of course, the analytical team shot way more three-pointers, and they found a temporary edge. But now every team shoots a lot of threes, and it's more about personnel. When it's a superstar shooting the ball, that mid-range jumper can be very efficient. Guys?
And, D.A., we see it all the time. Brandon Ingram with the New Orleans Pelicans. KD.
Take a break.
The two players in Phoenix with Chris Paul and Devin Booker. DeRozan in Chicago. They'll hit those all day long. David, thank you. No good on the free throw. And Fred Van Vliet, a player who has always shot well from outside.
And Kevin Van Vliet has continued to kind of take on more of an offensive load. Increased his volume while maintaining efficiency. Not every player able to do that.
McDaniels checked in for the Hornets. Bouknight comes in for Ball. He hits the second from the line.
And when the stakes get high and you need a big shot, we know how dependable Fred Van Vliet is.
It feels to me, Greg, like the bigger the moment, the more dangerous Fred Van Vliet is. We've seen him so many times knock down so many huge shots. Doesn't matter the setting, Eastern Conference Finals or NBA Finals. This guy, the very definition of fearless.
Here's Mr. Fundamentals. Van Vliet trying to break free. Shot by Mr. Fundamentals. No good. McDaniels passes to Bouknight. And that one is off. And Toronto will come the other way. Pass to Mr. Fundamentals. Van Vliet on the wing. Passes it to Mr. Fundamentals. And it's good. 2 points. 27 points for Mr. Fundamentals.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
And here is Book Knight. He has 7. And that one, good. Book Knight's got 9 points.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Here's Mr. Fundamentals. 27 points for him. And the Raptors hit again from deep.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
He got a little ahead of himself there, trying to pull the team even.
That's a big miscue, and you hate to see that happen at this point in the game.
LaMelo Ball, he's checked in for Charlotte. The Raptors also with a sub. Porter's checked in. There's 31 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. The pass to Achua. Here's Mr. Fundamentals. And the jumper falls for him. Mr. Fundamentals got 32 points.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Got it up.
Unbelievable. Can't do it much better than that right before the clock expires.
What a way to seize momentum.
And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. The Raptors out in front, running away with it. We'll be back shortly live from Spectrum Center. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Well, this is exactly what you're looking for from your point guard. Survey the floor, serve it up on time and on target.
Please exit the building carefully.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't.
The rewards that you'll be earning.
Well, there are improvements and there are big changes. The player cards that represent the current NBA, the LeBron James, the Luka Doncic, the Devin Booker, a cover athlete, they're all available in our token market now. Earn a couple of tokens and you can go open an option pack and literally pick whatever NBA star or bench player you want to add to your team. On top of that, we have the trophy case. These are cards you earn throughout every mode in My Team. If you collect 15 of them for a single franchise, you'll actually get a pink diamond player. If you collect 5 pink diamonds from the same division, you'll get a Galaxy Opal player.
And we're in the home stretch of the season. For teams looking for a ring, Grant, what's important right now?
At this point of the year, for those teams that seriously have a chance to win it all, it's all about health. You got to get everyone across the finish line healthy and fresh, and of course, injury-free. And after that, it's all about the little things.
So let's take a look at the starters for the Toronto Raptors. Barnes and Siakam serve as the big men as they go small. Then it's OG Anunoby. Then it's Fred VanVleet. And it's Mr. Fundamentals in at the shooting guard position. Back to Rozier. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And what I love about Rozier is his fearlessness as a scorer. Inside, outside, in between, it doesn't matter.
Here's Mr. Fundamentals, scoring around 28.5 points a game. A very talented offensive player. Ball against VanVleet. Ball passes to Washington. Shoots over Barnes. They get the rebound. And it's Washington missing.
Unusual for him, just a lack of concentration. Fails to finish the play.
And Toronto calls time here. Last time they met was in Charlotte, where they beat the Hornets.
And they came away with the win because everyone contributed. The starters, the bench, they all played as a unit.
Great scoring output from that second unit. Such a luxury to have that extra ammunition.
One more tier. Here moves Finger.
First quarter, just over a minute played. Here's Mr. Fundamentals, hounded by Ball. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Ball.
He was all over that pass. That's a cautionary tale.
A little bit late there, but you tried to get into your opponent's head. Force them to go somewhere else with the ball, and he did that.
Here's Barnes. Plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now.
Defenders haven't figured out Scottie Barnes yet. That 2021 draft class was stacked with talent. You look at a guy like Scottie Barnes, he went 4th overall, a player any team would love to have.
You know what sticks out with Barnes is his versatility on both ends of the court.
BA, let's talk about the defensive end. He is disruptive. He has a 7'3" wingspan, and he can guard 1 through 5. Offensively, he can handle, pass, and score. The sky is the limit for Scottie Barnes, BA.
He's taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
For Toronto, they've gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Pass to VanVleet. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
What agility from Fred VanVleet in the paint, zipping around the defense.
First quarter, just about 2 minutes in. Now here's Ball. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
Yeah, you want to get him going as soon as possible. Great way for him to start this game.
And we know once he gets in the rhythm, he's a really tough guy to stop.
And that was the Mobile One drive. Low resistance to the finish line.
Yeah, he made that drive look easy, but that had a high degree of difficulty.
I mean, beautiful execution of the game plan. Offensively, so far, they are hitting 80% from the field.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here in the first. Inside, and it's stolen by Plumlee. Here's McGowan's. Checking his numbers, he's put up a little over 9 points a game. Count it, 1 for 1 to start the game.
Attacking in the painted area. Clearly that was their game plan coming in.
2 minutes.
Here's Mr. Fundamentals. From outside, off the mark. For Charlotte, they've gone 4 of 6 in the first quarter. It's clear Charlotte has the pieces in place to make noise in the league for years to come.
Yeah, no question, BA. They got one of the best young rosters in the NBA. And they're balanced. They play tremendous team basketball. Fun to watch.
Charlotte trailing. Rozier, left side. To the wing on the left. Now Ball. He's got 5. 6 to shoot. Pass to McGowan's. Launches a 3. Rebound by the Raptors. Here's Siakam. Uses the glass on the layup.
Wiry, strong Pascal Siakam with the nice move in that painted area.
Charlotte calls timeout. And now it seems Siakam is in his prime. How do you see his place in the league, Grant?
Well, I really like him, but he seems to be an elite second option. Not sure if you want to build an entire offense around him, but certainly has proven to be an important piece to a championship-level team.
So Charlotte ends up going with a new group. A big group substitution here for Toronto. Capella, he's checked in for Pascal Siakam. Achua comes in for Barnes. Porter Jr., he's checked in for Anunoby. And it's Trent in for Fred VanVleet. Now here's Porter. Pass to Mr. Fundamentals. Trent on the wing. Here's Mr. Fundamentals. And it's Toronto with another.
Shooting at a high clip, he's found ways to get quality looks.
Here's Bouknight. He can't get that one to fall. And it's the Raptors taking it the other way. Coming off a win against the Hornets.
And we all know that on the road, you don't usually look so comfortable on the offensive end. But that was the story of the game.
Yeah, they look right at home, except they weren't. Great job of blocking out the no.
Out of bounds, the Raptors will take it.
Toronto ball. Raptor substitution. TJ.
Here's McConnell, averaging around 5 points a game. The floater, and the shot goes in.
TJ McConnell.
And that concludes the first quarter play. Raptors out in front. They're up 7. And we'll be back in just a minute with the start of the second quarter.
16. Fans, make some noise.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through one quarter of action, so making some changes. Plumlee's checked in for Bataze. Washington comes in for Williams. And it's Rozier in for Martin. So for the Raptors right now, Anunoby and Barnes are the forwards. Then it's Fred VanVleet. Then it's Pascal Siakam. And it's Mr. Fundamentals in at the 2. Going all in, that was the 2K drive. Well worth a second look.
Yeah, and in close games like this one, BA, you need toughness. Guys who will run to the fight and get after it.
The Hornets have gone 4 for 6 here in the second.
Hi, guys. Well, Mr. Fundamentals in their last game against the Hornets was outstanding. He contributed 35 points and was on point from deep. Monster production. He was focused. He was relentless. Everyone is still buzzing about it, guys.
Great report there, Allie. It was obvious he could do anything he wanted. A fantastic win.
Well, I'll tell you, he was enjoying himself out there, kind of like us here in the broadcast booth. And whoever was matched up against him wasn't enjoying themselves.
What I like is they just kept calling his number. Sometimes we see coaches go away from what's working, and we wonder why.
You know, some have said those old school power forwards, guys like Charles Oakley, they're becoming outdated. You see that, Grant?
Well, first of all, the physicality in the game is no more. The way Oakley would hit you and bruise you, you can't do that in today's game. And guys like Oakley are now playing the 5 position, and they're shooting 3-pointers. So a lot of it just is because the game has changed and evolved since the 90s when Oakley dominated.
A great skill level in the game right now, no question.
This is why you're trying to get him as many touches as possible. He's got the deck.
Mr. Fundamental shot is good.
I like how Fred VanVleet stays patient. Eyes up, finds the breakdown in the defense.
And now about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter here. The Hornets have gotten 6 of 9 attempts to go in the second. Looking good. VanVleet against ball. On the wing, Rozier. And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline. The Raptors with a lead. Down low. Here's Barnes. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
And you have to credit Anunoby. He's put in the work to become a better playmaker.
And Smitty, the Toronto Raptors, the lone Canadian team in the NBA, they take great pride in that.
Since the Grizzlies relocated to Memphis in 2001, Canada has belonged to the Raptors. BA, you can tell they take pride in this. They don't just represent the city of Toronto, but the entire country.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the boards.
The three is up. Oh, again, Toronto with a triple.
They're shooting the three extremely well this quarter. Be fun to see if they can keep it up.
Time called here. The Hornets decide to talk it over.
It's time to talk this over and try to put a stop to this run.
Because right now it feels like the pace is being dictated to them. They need to go back to playing their brand of basketball.
A new lineup here for Charlotte. So Toronto going with almost an entire new group here. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Pascal Siakam. Achua comes in for Scotty Barnes. Porter Jr., he's checked in for Anunoby. And it's Gary Trent Jr. in for Fred VanVleet. Here's Bouknight. Well, no scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Pocket four. Charlotte again missing. Here's Toronto with the ball. They've gone on an 8-0 run. Outside Porter. Pass to Mr. Fundamentals. There's 21 seconds left in the second. Trent outside. Lets the three fly. And the Raptors another three.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Charlotte's gone 0 for 3 from deep to begin the second. Here's Bouknight. He had 9 points in his last time out.
Trying to get his man back for the last three. It helps to not make this personal.
Just incredible. I mean, he's really...
And so it's Toronto in command with a 13-point lead at the end of the quarter. Building this lead up in large... And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. Here's Charlotte, trailing by 13. They'll be playing host to Houston for their next game, and that'll be the finale in their 4-game homestand. Washington and Plumlee patrol the paint. Ball and Rozier are the guards. So that's the group out there for Charlotte. 5 to shoot. Back to Barnes. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Barnes has got 5.
It's been an outstanding performance for them in just about every area.
Especially considering it's on the road in front of a tough crowd. They've been able to block out the distractions.
Ball with it. VanVleet covering. And it's stolen by VanVleet. Siakam, the pass to Anunoby. Here's VanVleet to the middle. Here's Mr. Fundamentals. 18 points for him. Yep, that one goes.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. You know, that's why they continue to get attacked.
And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Pass to McGowan's. Back to Ball. Throws it up high. Oh, and a nice defensive play to disrupt the lob. Here's Mr. Fundamentals. Poke loose. The Hornets shooting an average of 43% from the floor. Tons of hype around LaMelo Ball, the 3rd overall pick in 2020. Just like you, Grant.
Yeah, although the draft was a little different back in my day. But let me tell you, B.A., there is so much pressure being a top 3 pick. It's really impressive that LaMelo has lived up to the lofty expectations.
Hornets. Melo Ball. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. And so Ball nails both of them.
I'll tell you, he doesn't give points away. Excellent job from the line.
Outside Anunoby. Pass to Mr. Fundamentals. Stolen by Ball. Rozier, left side. It's good. And the assist that time from Ball. Ball's got 4 assists in the game.
An improved shooter from downtown. Rozier has been consistent in adding this to his game over the years.
And here's Anunoby. Here's Mr. Fundamentals. Give him 20. Clock at 6. Drops in the 3. Give him 23.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
Second half of play here with just under 2.5 minutes passed. Charlotte has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. Now a timeout called by Charlotte.
Let's give Coach credit. He's trying to find a way to squeeze the most out of every possession.
Critical part of the game. You have to be flexible. You have to be able to adjust what you're doing.
Bataze's checked in for Charlotte. Martin comes in for LaMelo Ball. The Raptors also with a sub. Capella's checked in. Raptors on D. Pass to Bataze. On the wing, Rozier. Just 5 on the clock. The 3. Charlotte again missing. The Raptors have gotten 3 of 4 shots to fall so far in the third. Here's Mr. Fundamentals. And it's off from 3-point range. The Hornets have gone just 1 of 3 in the second half. To the paint. Here's McGowan. Takes the assist and lays it in. Nice setup. Give him 8 points now.
Another shot right in the lane. That's been their MO this evening.
Pass to Mr. Fundamentals. There's the triple. Nails it from 3. And the Raptors lead by 16.
How about his aggressiveness from 3? He caught fire in the first half. Now hits his second one since the break. He's a bad, bad man.
Here's McGowan's. Martin outside. Washington passes to Martin. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a 3-point play here.
This is basketball 101. This is the size mismatch you look to create.
And the Raptors with some changes. Achua's checked in for Siakam. Porter Jr. comes in for Anunoby. And it's Gary Trent Jr. in for Fred VanVleet. Oh, wasted no time on that one.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
The Hornets shooting the rock well at 46%. Pass to Bouknight. Outside McDaniels. Martin against Trent. Martin, the pass to Williams. It's McDaniels on the wing. 4 on the clock. 3-pointer. Capella with a rebound.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Now here's Achua. Williams defending. Here's Mr. Fundamentals. And it's Martin with the rebound. Charlotte's gone 1 of 4 here in the third from range. Here's McDaniels. There's the block.
Otto Porter with the reach to get that one. He gobbled it up.
To the right side. Martin outside. 3-pointer, Bouknight. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. And so it's Toronto in control with a 16.
The Raptors, 47.
And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
Creating plays for others. It's an art.
Making some changes. Bataze's checked in for Williams. Plumlee comes in for McDaniels. And Washington is subbed in for Bouknight. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Pass to Plumlee. Van Vliet against ball. Inside. The ball's knocked loose. So for Toronto right now, Barnes and Siakam serve as the big men as they go small. Then it's OG Anunoby. Then it's Fred Van Vliet. And it's Mr. Fundamentals in at the 2 spot. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Raptors.
Their activity has been at a constant level. Always around the ball, quick hands causing a lot of steals.
And another note, how about the way they've cashed in off turnovers? Taking advantage when given the extra opportunity.
Brad, you look at the playoffs last year. I mean, a lot of big-name stars struggled to deliver. Is that every year, or you think that was an anomaly?
BA, I think it was a bit of an anomaly. I think you think what's happened in the league in the last few years with the bubble and then the restart last season, there's been a lot of basketball played, and I think it's impact.
Substitution on the court, shooting for Toronto, Gary Trent Jr. At the line, 1 shot.
Solid from the line, Trent Jr., an all-around score.
So, no problem for Toronto as they get the win. A statement road victory. So impressive.
Statement indeed, BA. It was in enemy territory. They controlled the game and took the crowd completely out of it. That's how you win on the road.
And that'll do it, folks. For Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, and Steve Smith, I'm Brian Anderson. Thanks for joining us tonight. We'll see you next time.
Thanks for doing this, MP.
Thank you for having me here.
As I'm sure Miss St. Germain explained, Enterprise Monthly's Young Leadership issue is our most celebrated issue of the year. Being that we don't usually cover sports in our publication, I'm hoping we can sit down for a few conversations and see if and how you might fit into that framework.
Yeah, that sounds good. I know your readers might not typically want to hear from a basketball player, but...
Well, my editors think it's worth exploring.
Oh, it sounds like you're not sure if you agree.
I usually sit down with CEOs talking about mergers and corporate strategy. This isn't a typical assignment for me, to put it mildly.
No, I get it. MBA's over MBA.
And full disclosure, I'm not a sports fan.
Oh, well, maybe I can make you one after this.
I wouldn't hold your breath. That being said, if we want unique viewpoints, we've got to cast a wide net.
Well, I guess that makes me the catch of the day.
Maybe.
Just a little humor.
So far, my research shows that your own fan base was upset the team drafted you, and your organization's general manager has left the team due to a disagreement over your fit with the franchise.
Yeah, that is all true.
It doesn't quite scream cover story to me, and yet, if I ask anybody who knows you to describe you, the first word out of their mouth is leadership. So I'm trying to reconcile those two things. On the one hand, you have an army of people who would have preferred Shep Owens over you, but on the other, you've got a not insignificant number of people who sing your praises as a leader.
Yeah, there's been some divided opinion on me, to say the least.
Okay, well, why don't we start by talking about your leadership abilities? Okay. When would you say your journey as a leader began?
I would say day one. Yeah, day one. My mom says that at my first parent-teacher conference, my teacher, Mrs. Woods, asked her to help me understand who's the student and who's the teacher, you know?
Sounds like you were a handful.
Oh, probably still am, a little bit. But I was mostly just an opinionated kid up until my freshman season started.
If we could, I'd like to keep the focus off the field.
Ooh, on the court. Oh, off the court.
The court.
Yeah.
This is a business publication, as I'm sure Miss St. Germain explained.
Well, I get that. But I'm still a ball player. So if you want to understand where I'm coming from, the story starts on the court. And if you want to know more about my reputation as a leader, again, it starts on the court. We can easily get into the Ricky Bennett's and my business organizations later, but again, it all starts at the court.
Okay, so you're in college. Mm-hmm. You're a star basketball player.
Ooh, not yet. Not quite yet. Junior was the star of the team.
And on tap tonight, it's the UCLA Bruins going up against the Gonzaga Bulldogs.
Look, you heard what Coach said, all right? Hey, yo, pick your heads up, man. 10 points is nothing. Yeah, okay, we hit a little bump. Junior went down, but when he gets out of the training room, he's going to lead us with an inspiring speech and get us back to victory, okay? That's not ideal.
Sorry, guys, I would if I could.
Hey, look, a little heads up, man. I'm over here teeing you. Hey, just forget about it. MP, I guess you got some time.
I'm ready.
Yeah, just don't worry about the score, y'all.
MP got this.
Yeah, look at him. A deer in the headlight. It's real reassuring.
I'm telling y'all, MP got this. We walking out of here with a W, and MP is going to lead us there, right?
Yeah.
You got this?
I got this.
Right. What are we leaving here with?
With the win.
Let me hear it.
A win.
All right, now, Red, lead him out.
Come on, y'all. Let's go. Let's get it. Go.
Got this? No, it's okay.
Man, I'm gonna be just like you out there, just like you taught me.
Well, okay. You can be you. But I see the way that people react to you. Even though you're a freshman, when you do speak up, people listen. That's a gift. Now you got to learn how to nurture that gift in any way that you can. However you do it, I do know one thing. You got this. You got this.
I got this.
I
got this.
There you go.
Trailing by 10 in the second half. Not an easy task for such a young team to come back from, you guys.
How the freshmen respond in this situation will tell you a lot about them. Hopefully they can keep their heads and try to make a game of this.
And it's out of bounds to the Bruins as UCLA retains possession. On defense, Gonzaga trailing by 10. Bell, good.
You know, Bell has that never back down mentality, absorbs the contact and still finishes the play.
Outstanding dribble drive, and that replay was brought to you by Mobile One.
He's doing everything he can to put this game to bed, and great score there to help his team. Just a little confusion among the D as to who was supposed to be on it.
Pass to Carter. Back to Kelly. Here's Carter from beyond the arc. Crawford with the rebound. He's guarded by Carter. And here's Jameson for three. And the Bulldogs, another three.
Not the biggest fan of that shot, but he had the space to get it off. So why not?
Carter outside. Adams discovered by Jameson. A baseline J. That one rolling around and rims out.
Don't look now, but with MP, this team is in striking distance.
They keep chipping away at that lead. MP has done a great job of filling in for Junior.
To the paint. Nice pass, led him perfectly to the rack for the layup.
And they have gotten themselves back into this game just in the nick of time. If that one had come any later, it would have been Katie bar the door.
But, Greg, they can't relax yet. I mean, they've still got plenty of work to do here.
Carter outside. Back to Kelly. From deep. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Bulldogs. And so the UCLA Bruins win and will move on.
They did so much work in the first half. I thought they just simply had to clean things up the rest of the way. Still, you know, nothing comes easy at this high level of college basketball, and they'll take any win they can get.
Not the ending the Bulldogs and their fans had in mind, but there's